Hello, hello everyone. This is Daniel. Is this good? Here we go. So this is Daniel. And I just want to tell you that I care for all of you people. I want all of you to know that I truly am for you. I'm not against you. I just I've been going off on a tangent just because I've been listening to people instead of God. So now, once we find God, we're truly His. So we must not get our own ideas from anything else except for the Bible. If the ideas from the Bible, which is basically from God, then we'll be perfect. We'll be good. Well, not perfect, but in heaven we'll be perfect. But we'll be better off than we were before. So since I care for you, I want to let you know that I'm there for you. And I'm there for you that I will not let you perish. You know, the funny thing is, there's a lot of people on YouTube that really don't care for you, or they just got their own opinions for things. And obviously, either they don't care for you, or their heart is not is either their heart is deceitful and pretty much proud, or it's just it just I mean the whole world's deceived by their own flesh and their hearts and all that. This is why we have Jesus. We're always supposed to have Jesus within our hearts. And those that have Jesus in their hearts, they're filled with generosity and care and kindness and gentleness. We're to be gentle towards each other. Now, I know that I might sound harsh right now, but anyone with their own philosophy, God's telling me that they're deceived. But they don't have to be deceived. They can look up. They can look in the Bible fully. They can look up in the Bible throughout the Bible, because there's also people that believe in Mary, that she's in heaven, that she's a virgin in heaven, that she, you know, she just is, perfect. She's holy and she's the mother of God and all that. That's just practically true. But then she's their God, which is not true. Now, why did I talk about that? Humility is living under God. It is not talking about yourself. Humility is really a low point of your life. Humility is being low and listening hard and doing. Humility is like a slave, being a slave of God, which is a good thing when you're especially a slave of Jesus. Humility is being a slave of your own, basically caring of people to the point you're going to do it the godly way. This humility is not pride. Pride is saying, I have my own ideas. I have my own love for the of my own love for my own self. Pride is, you know, putting others down, making yourself better, making yourself go up. Humility goes down because we're down on earth. Pride is going up to heaven when we're not supposed to be in heaven. Because pride was the thing that basically built the Tower of Babel Bible and it went up, but it was brought down to humility when God destroyed it. That's not theology. That is basically the thing that God told me that's all about. Now, of course, we can look for patterns in the Bible and see what humility is. Humility is saying that you're less than everyone else. Now, why would I be the one that everyone quotes off of if if I basically have, you know, if I'm really a good person, if I'm really good, would I be quoted off of to be a good person and that everyone loves me and that I've been quoted from? I don't want to be quoted from because if I was quoted from, I would be considered proud to the people and people would love me. I do not support myself for people, but I care for you. So instead, all I want for you guys is to know that I care for you, but I don't want to be above others. Matter of fact, in this sort of humility, I just want to be less than you in popularity, but I just want to be put above in some levels that I'm not perishing. That's why I want to go above. But under other levels, that I am, to be a person that is, person that is to be admired. I just, how do I put this? I love you guys in a godly way, but I don't. I'm not people. I'm not people. I don't go after people with my whole entire heart because I don't want you to perish. I only want God to be my person that I'm 100% going towards. When He gives me a video, I do it. So all I want from you guys is to 100% go to Jesus. And the second place would be for your family and for your best friend. And third place, be of importance of your own self. Fourth place, and the rest of the places, everything else. Whether it be your own survival for money, which is in Africa, or whether it be your own health, which is in America. Guys, God is the most important thing and aspect of your whole entire life that you can ever have. God is so important that I don't want you to perish because you don't like Him. Because He is in heaven, He owns heaven, He is always in heaven. Jesus is the author of heaven, and Jesus is the creator of heaven, and Jesus, He reigns in heaven, He is always in heaven, and He's always on the earth, even in invisible terms. But He's always visible in heaven, and we'll always see Him in heaven. Because in heaven, we ought to be holy as well. And in heaven, another thing is that you might be offended by, it's not the way you think it is. It's not, it's not about being as good as possible. It's not about pride, even though you rule in heaven, but it's not about pride. Matter of fact, it's about the most beautiful place you can ever imagine, filled with gardens and springs and many beautiful things. And the city thereof is a mountain on top of a mountain, 1,400 miles high, and it's basically a cross and a cross. and it's literally filled with rainbows of colors, with many buildings that are made with rubies, sapphires, and emeralds, and more purple colors and yellow colors, aqua colors, you name it. Some even white colors and dark purple colors, which is reminiscent of black, and a shiny middle color, which is God's color for his own holy color. For his place is literally the holy city, which his shadow is upon the rock, like a rainbow at at the center of the sun. It has a black shadow on it, but there's a rainbow around it that is basically colors that are in the lines, and outside of that color is lines of other rainbows, and then outside of that line is pretty much the same thing. Black colors, white colors, black. But that's God's shadow upon heaven. But instead, it's just living color. It's more beautiful than ever before. Once you look at up from a top-down perspective, it's like you're looking at a rainbow of colors. Like it's a rainbow, actually a rainbow. Now, I don't want to talk about the rainbow in the bad sense and just like deforming it, because I'm not to talk against or speak against speak. Now, I'm not to speak bad of anything that is what people speak about. I'm not to speak anything against people. Like, I'm not supposed to speak anything that's against people, because does I speak vain things against what people want to speak about? I mean, that's just putting things down. Like, I don't want to do that anymore. I don't want to do anything that is demeaning, proud, or anything like that anymore. I want to just be filled with love now and be careful, not carefree. I know it's hard for me to do, but with God, anything is completely possible. You know, I have a caring heart. And once you hear people like me on YouTube, I'm sorry to say that, but once you hear people that say, I care for you, and you know that their heart is filled with good for other people, and not, I know everyone's heart is evil, but once you can tell that they have God in their hearts, that just means that you just know that that person has God in their heart, that they have that good, they have the good sense, they have the good feeling, and that they have the good, kind feeling, and that they have good, loving feeling for you and me. Listen to people that have God. Even if I put myself up, I have God, and I care for you. But when I put myself down, I'm just human. You know, we can still lose the Holy Spirit, but we don't have to. That means that God cares for us. And if God says, I'll keep your spirit forever because I don't want you to perish, he's saying, I don't want anyone to perish. But for some cases, you know, the people choose because they get to choose wherever they want to choose. If they choose life on here and for the devil, or if they choose God in heaven, you get to choose wherever you want to choose. Because if you want to choose death, then so be it. Because if later in life you want to choose life, then so be it. Because I don't change your life. Only God does. And again, I don't change your life. Only you do. And only God does. But he doesn't force you to change your life. You decide that for yourself. So I'm going to let you think about this, okay? Alright, I'll be done now, okay? Bye.